Yo. Fellas Course Podcast. Now on Alexa. Now on Google Podcast. Spotify, Apple Podcasts. All the good ones. Let this rock. What up, OG?
Yo, what's good, D? What's good?
Nothing. Somebody catch your hands today.
I knew it was coming. I
said it last week.
And you're ready to dish it out. You said it last week?
I said it last week. Said if they lose, remember it was Sunday. If they lose on Tuesday, they catch your hands. That's what I told them.
That's right. If you did.
People catch your hands today, B.
Today's the wrong day to get on your nerves.
Yep. People catch your hands. A lot of L's this week because of that day.
Yeah, oh man, you're not kidding.
A lot of L's. So first and foremost, rest in peace to Doc Rivers' legacy. I like to say rest in peace to his legacy.
That's right.
Trash.
Yeah.
Trash. On the Richter scale of 1 to 10, I give it a major trash alert.
Yeah.
Yo, trash.
Half of that lid is on that coffin. Half. I don't know.
Yep.
Both lids are closed.
He got his one championship. He got like
That's what I'm saying. That's why half of that lid is closed on the coffin. So he has a chance to lift that door.
I don't know, man. He lucky his legacy is gonna save him with this job, because I don't know if he should have been fired with that thing. He might do a Casey with Toronto.
Yeah, but the legacy can only take you so far. You know.
All I'm saying, you was a 3-1 up, and you lost against the Denver Nuggets. Although Denver Nuggets, I've got to applaud Denver Nuggets for doing this thing.
Yeah, you got to give him props.
But still trash. Trash city.
The problem is that, and I think you're going to dissect it for us a little bit, is that Doc can't get all the blame. You got to blame other players.
Got to blame other players too.
You know, it's a thing.
It is a thing.
When Montrezl Harrell was the leading scorer in that game, it wasn't Kawhi. It wasn't Paul George. It wasn't even Marcus Morris. Not that it would be, but when you have Harrell leading scorer with 20 points, I believe, in that game, it's a problem. It's a problem.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna divvy up the blame. Doc is about 40 to 50 to 45% the blame.
Okay.
Paul George is about 20 to 25%. Kawhi Leonard 10 to 15%.
That's it.
Yeah. You know why? I'm gonna
He's
give
a
you
leader. He's a
leader.
General. He's a leader.
He's a leader.
Okay.
The rest of them, divvy it up for Lou Williams, Montrez, all of the bench players.
Gotcha.
But let me explain about Doc really quick. Doc River history tells you he does this all the time. Doc Rivers' history tells you he did this before.
That's right.
A lot of people forget he was up 3-1 2015 against the Rockets. He lost. A lot of people forget East Finals with the Heat. He was up 3-2. He lost. And that's with KG, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen. 2010 Finals, Lakers. He lost. He was up. With the Pistons, with Tracy McGrady, freaking prime, he lost. 3-1 lead, he lost. So that's what I'm going to give him. He does it. Something about his coaching that just gets on my nerves when he comes to these situations. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he overthinks it. But when you see something that's not working for 2 games in a row, the jig is up. That means change your stance. Point blank. Just trash. Trash. And I know you feel bad because what about your Orlando's? That was 2003.
Yeah, that was actually, I remember, that was when they had Tracy McGrady and Grant Hill. And I remember that more because that was actually when Grant Hill actually played. Because if you remember when he was with the Detroit Pistons, he had like that injury towards the end of his stint with the Pistons. I think it was like a knee injury that he had right around the end of his, I think it was, I don't know if it was 99 or 2000. And then he signed with the Magics. Tracy McGrady was with that team as a free agent, you know. The Grant Hill came. Grant had a nasty knee injury, and for about 3 years straight, he would come back, get hurt again. So in 2003, they combined. Everybody was doing good. It was the year they were supposed to do something, and then they ended up not actually finalizing. And then the following year, that's when he got fired. It was almost like the beginning of the end, right in 2003 with Doc and the Magic.
As I said before, trash city, man. Trash city. No matter how you put it, trash city. Now, Paul George, playoff P, take that nickname out of your name, man. I don't want to hear that ever again in your life. No playoff P.
He's allergic to winning. And when it matters.
No playoff P, bruh. No playoff P. Take that out your name. I don't give a shit what you do. You better make sure you're going to be a role player. You're about to be Dwight. Now, keep in mind, Dwight Howard is going to get a championship because I think Lakers going to win.
It's about time.
Yeah, about time. But take that playoff P out your name, bruh. You ain't playoff P no more. You're Paul George.
George Paul.
George Paul. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Now, Kawhi, you getting some hands too, B. You getting some hands too. Because although I commend you for trying to put that team on your back once again. Game 5, Game 6, you did tremendous. Game 5, 36 points. Game 6, 24 points. But, bruh, Game 7, man. I know. And I kind of bittersweet because people hating on you right now. But keep in mind, a lot of people are always going to hate on you. You know why they hate on you? Because they want LeBron to look really good. So
let me step in there. I don't think it's just that. I think the reason why is because he left a San Antonio Spurs that was championship bound again.
Yep.
What was it? Padula, whatever, that stepped on his ankle.
Step on his ankle.
Yeah. So
that was a bad situation.
It was, but they were still championship bound when he was supposed to come back. I know there was like that beef, the animosity with the team and injuries and load.
Then he leave Toronto. That was another one.
Right. So and then he was also a Finals MVP with the Spurs. So he goes to Toronto, defied the odds. Brings that team to the championship with essentially no Robin.
Yep.
No direct Robin in play, right? Maybe Commissioner Gordon was there, but no Robin, right?
Commissioner Gordon. That was Nick Nurse?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, correct, right? So then he leaves Toronto because it's like, hey, you guys can repeat. Drake is at your mercy right now, right? You guys can repeat.
Yep.
And he says, I'm going to leave again.
Well, he wanted to go home.
He did want to go home, but at the same time, players are not. I don't know who said this. Actually, I'll tell you a quick little story. Stephon Marbury, you remember him, right?
Yep.
Former New York Knick.
Coney Island.
That's right. Former New Jersey Net.
Yep.
Okay.
Even
he said
Phoenix Suns too.
He I'm paraphrasing here, but he said the most frustrating or otherwise the most uncomfortable, like I said, I'm paraphrasing here, is playing at home. Because when you're playing at home, you have to not just get tickets for your immediate family. You have to get tickets for everybody that you know that knows you. So you have to, and then when you're playing in front of them, then there's also that sometimes uncomfort, especially if you struggle. The worst thing is if you're playing at home, and when you're playing at home 41 times a season, right? That can't be good. So I'm saying, yeah, he's going home, but that doesn't mean it's a good thing overall.
He's cut from a different cloth.
Stephon Marbury didn't like playing for the Knicks because he was playing at home.
Well, he's cut from a different cloth. You got to understand Kawhi. He wants to go home because he cared about family more than anything else.
LeBron left home, mind you.
Yeah.
The reason why he came back, he wanted to get the championship, but once he got that championship, he didn't want to stay. Like I said, there's a reason for that.
Here's the thing. A lot of people, as I say, I put 10 to 50% blame on Kawhi, but yeah, you could do what you want. A lot of people put in because they no matter what in their mind, they don't want no one to be compared to LeBron James, which I get. But you got to understand, LeBron James has a lot of falters too. A lot of people forget. That Dallas NBA Finals because he was horrible in that game. He averaged 2 points every fourth quarter for that game. Think about it. Averaged 2 points. And at the same time, the guy lost 6 times in the championship. You can say whatever you want. A lot of people try to say, oh, well, he went to the championship about 9 times. Jim Kelly did the same thing. He went to the Super Bowl,
4 in a row.
Yeah, 4 in a row. Yeah. We don't say nothing about him.
Against the Giants.
Exactly. Yeah. Went to the Super Bowl 4 in a row. Guess what? We still don't. He haven't won one. So what's to say about that?
Doesn't matter. That means he's a 4-time loser.
The lowly East.
The Broncos, I think, won 3 times in a row in the late 80s.
Yeah, I remember John Elway. If John Elway didn't win those 2 championships at the end of his career, he probably would have been one of those people. Look at Dan Marino. He got all those records. And guess what? No Super Bowl.
1 Super Bowl appearance.
Yep. No Super Bowl. We haven't put him in the top 5, top 10.
And it sucks because he deserves to be. But he's not because of the fact he doesn't have the rings.
I always say this, Kawhi, he's 2 for 3 in the championship. If it wasn't for Ray Allen 3-point shot, he probably would have been 3 for 3.
Yeah.
the 3-1 is going to be some type of asterisk on his name. But at the end of the day, I still think he will win 2 more championships in his lifetime.
Two
more. You know why? It's because eventually LeBron is going to retire. I know a lot of people say KD is going to be great next year, but it's still Achilles injury. That's a tough injury.
It's tough, yeah.
But in Denver Nuggets, it could have been one of those things. I don't think they're going to be great next year. And who else?
Well, Steph Curry. You can't kind of push him to the side just yet.
But Steph Curry.
You want to give him a little bit, couple more years to still be great.
Steph Curry need a lot of help for a lot of things.
Well, he does have that. Klay Thompson is there.
But I don't put Steph Curry in that because Steph Curry, no matter what you do, the first championship with Steph Curry was great, but those other 2 was KD, all KD. So
yeah, it's especially where some people say that Steph folded in the playoffs leading into the finals, that he wasn't the guy that he was in the regular season. So yeah, it was definitely KD.
He will. I think Kawhi will have 2 championships.
They do have a nice lottery pick, number 2 pick. Yeah. So at that point, they do have a nice backup plan.
But I have a feeling Kawhi going to have the same amount of championship as LeBron. LeBron going to have 4. I don't think he's going to lose at all.
He's going to have 4.
He's going to have 4. And I think Kawhi.
You never know. He might even have 5.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It looks like Anthony. I don't have no faith in Anthony Davis. Even though I think he's going to win this year, I don't have no faith in Anthony Davis. And Clippers will get better.
Well, here's the thing.
They have no choice.
Here's the thing with the Clippers. They only have Kawhi for next year. He has that player option after the year.
But
so I don't think he's staying.
As I said before, he's cut from a different cloth. He's staying. Paul George, on the other hand, give a rat's ass if he stays or not. Tell you the truth. I ain't going to lie to you. Like, he could go. He could go.
It's a championship.
Yeah. He's poisonous.
Yeah.
And I tell you, Charles Barkley better not ever say anything about a playoff series ever again. He did this 3 times.
Yeah.
He said he was. He lost every single
one.
Yeah,
every single one.
No, I have no patience.
And right now he has a guarantee with the Lakers, so hopefully it's not jinxing the actual Lakers. I think Lakers are going to win.
I think
maybe Nuggets win 1 game after watching game 1.
I think Lakers win.
So you never know. You can't go 0 for 4. I mean, we just talked about Jim Kelly. That's a good reference. So he went 0 for 4, but I don't think Charles Barkley.
You should have keep your predictions to yourself. That's why you haven't won the championship either, Charles Barkley. But they both all catching hands. Yo, you ever had to go into a fight and you know you about to lose, but you want to make sure each of them catch some hands?
Yeah, at least right from the beginning.
Yeah,
or at least you go with the surprise punch.
Exactly. They all catch your hands, son. Like, I'll straight up catch some hands on both of them. I don't care if I lose or not. They all catch some type of hands.
And then is it safe to say that Beverly Morris won't come back? Or they're not going to sign him again?
Beverly, I think they probably shouldn't sign Montrezl Harrell, but they're going to still pay that guy.
Yeah.
But, they catch your hands then. Yeah, Beverly, the guy gets fouled out before 3rd quarters. Like, I don't get the whole concept.
And he's not even a big guy, so you can't figure that he's like playing down
Lou
low.
Williams
there's all those
disappointed me. Probably if he wasn't trying to get those lemon pepper Lou chicken wings
supposedly
at City.
Outstanding.
Yeah, this is good food, but guess what? You kind of,
it's from Atlanta, or at least in that Atlanta area, so
I understand.
Speak a thing
I understand Montrezl Harrell not coming in because his grandparents or grandma.
Yeah, the funeral.
But Lou, I get it. Yeah, but you kind of messed up. You was out of sync the whole playoffs. Yeah, you just got, they, as I said before, they was looking forward to the Lakers, and that's their problem. We'll see. We'll see next year.
Well, through all the names that you mentioned, I think it goes to your point in the beginning that you give most of the blame to Doc. So when Doc is the one that is controlling all the time, all the different hours played, or unless it's Sam Cassell, that's actually the one that's actually controlling.
No, it's Doc. Doc is the head coach. Yeah, he gets all the blame. He's the head coach. Regardless of what you do, he is the head coach. I don't care about no type of situation. I don't care if they're tired. You had 16 points lead in the freaking 5th game. 6th game, you had a 19-point lead, and then you just collapsed in the game 7. And you actually was leading by 12 some point in game 7. So,
imagine if actually he resigns and then Tyronn Lue takes over. Imagine.
Hey. I really want.
I'm sure he's coming back, but
what if Mark Jackson become a head coach of LA
the thing about Mark Jackson, I've given up. I like Mark Jackson. I liked him a lot more, obviously, as a player, because that's when you actually saw how good. Oh yeah, well, even Indiana the Pacers.
Indiana Pacers.
Him, when I think it was Travis Best was his back. Whenever he would come in, I was like, come on, just leave Mark. I really like Mark Jackson, which was with the Pacers, with Reggie Miller, Antonio Davis, Dale Davis, all of them, and your boy Rick Smits. That's your favorite, right? Anyway, so I digress. Anyway, so I like Mark Jackson, but I think at this point, the fact that he hasn't gotten one job yet, I don't think he would be a Clippers coach in the future.
But I think wasn't he didn't get a job because of something with his religion?
I don't know that. I mean,
he was pushing a lot of religion to the players and they didn't like that.
I didn't know that. When you're talking about towards the end of his career with Golden State, or you mean like in interviews or just...
Believe it or not, that championship was supposed to be Mark Jackson. Of
course, yeah.
Obviously, exactly. That's something happened.
Exactly.
He actually, I still give him credit for rebuilding that whole franchise.
Mm-hmm. It's the same thing when, not to say that obviously they didn't win a championship, but when you look at this team, this Milwaukee Bucks, I mean, it was Jason Kidd that actually mentored Giannis. He was part of the draft. He was one that, kind of converted this guy to being the dominant MVP that he is. So Mark Jackson gets a lot of credit for it. It's just Steve Kerr's one that gets the rings.
You think Giannis going to stay in the Bucks?
He's going to stay with the Bucks. He's going to stay.
So?
Yeah. Because
he ain't win no championship if he stays with the Bucks.
He didn't, but it's just.
But he's not going to win at all if he stays with the Bucks.
He has that dominant overcoming play, like that style, which tells me that he's going to talk with management. He's going to talk about with the coaches and say, what's the moves? What are we doing going forward? And if the team says, hey, this is what we're going to do, this is who we're going to go after, Giannis is going to say, and I think that's exactly what Milwaukee's going to do.
Fix your jump shot, Giannis. That's
your
flaw.
Just stay down low. Be down. Be Shaq.
Your flaw is that jump shot, and you will never win if you don't have a decent. You don't have to be perfect. You have to have decent jump shot. Let people fear your jump shot more than they fear you driving and spinning all over the place.
I mean, James Harden. I mean, do you think when he was with OKC, he had the same 3-point ability?
True.
Shot? He didn't.
But I don't think James
worked on it.
But I don't think James Harden's ever going to win a championship, so it doesn't even matter.
If to what you're saying is right, where at some point LeBron is going to retire, and obviously James Harden is younger, so he'll be in the league years after LeBron goes, you might have a chance. Russell Westbrook is, I think, around the same age as Harden, so that means they'll play together for at least 4 or 5 years.
You know why I don't have any favorite? Obviously, James Harden played LeBron the last series, but they don't really play each other. James Harden just had problems with other teams too. Mm-hmm. That style of play doesn't work at all.
Well, that style will be changed when the new coach arrives because D'Antoni's not staying.
No more. You have to play some defense.
The rumors and I say if imagine if Tyronn Lue takes over for Doc if Doc resigns or retires, but
Ty Lue will be more of a
Tyronn might go to Houston.
Ty Lue might Houston or is it Philadelphia?
Could be either or.
Yeah, because Philadelphia would be a good thing.
It would make sense for him to avoid the West.
Yeah,
it just does because either LeBron or Doc.
As I said before, next year is going to be a great year because, as I said before, they're going to be more seasoned. They already have that heartbreak in the first. So Clippers might be a little bit better next year. So think about it like that. Clippers might be a little bit better. Lakers might be a little bit older.
Yeah.
So Houston could be a little bit better, but you still gotta worry about the other teams. So at the end of the day, I still think that Mavericks might be great. Yeah, who knows? But Mavericks might be great, but
probably more reason why Tyronn would avoid the West.
Exactly.
Because Dallas is up and coming. They're a nice
easier
team.
Path.
Portland can still do it. It just depends on if they're missing a big guy to be more of offensive.
But or if Ty Lue's scared of the Brooklyn Nets because Brooklyn Nets going to be crazy next year.
Yeah, you bring Kyrie, you bring Durant into the mix. Yeah, wow. And then not to mention DeAndre Jordan is with the team too.
Yeah, there's a lot of who knows?
He probably still has a good 2 years to go.
Who knows? All I'm saying,
he's smart. He left the Clippers before the.
Oh yeah. All I'm saying, all of them catch some hands. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all the Clippers catch some hands. More Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers and we squaring up, B. We squaring up.
Yeah. And here's the thing with Doc too is that he's like part of that royalty in the NBA at this point, right? Yeah. He has his son in the NBA.
Also Rivers.
His is it Steph Curry?
Seth Curry's
the son-in-law.
Yeah, but you know
part of that NBA royalty at this point, so it's tough to get rid of him.
A lot of people are mad at Paul George getting with cheating on Doc Rivers' daughter.
Mm-hmm. But it didn't bother Doc though.
I understand. Paul George's girl right now is kind of fly. I would have definitely cheated on
Paul George's girl.
Yeah, way better than Doc Rivers' daughter.
The former music video vixen, right? Is that what she was?
No, she's like an Instagram model.
That's it. She never was a music video.
I don't think so. I never seen her in a music video, but I'll get with Paul George's girl before I get with Doc Rivers' girl. Look, Doc Rivers' daughter.
Girl? Oh, daughter.
Daughter.
Okay.
Looks just like Doc Rivers with those eyes. Those eyes freak me out, man.
It's always the eyes.
It's always the eyes.
Always the eyes.
Gotta love the eyes.
Yeah, that's why Seth Curry didn't go to the Clippers.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
then I'll go to Dallas. That's more.
Who cares
like
about Steph Curry? Steph Curry, you got a big brother who's better than you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So, well, they're the true NBA royalty. And
Yeah.
the Currys.
Yeah.
With your boy.
Even like his Dale Curry, the father was killing it back in Charlotte.
Oh, Day. You forgot he was also a former Raptor.
True.
He did good too as a former Raptor before Kawhi.
All right, I'm done with LA Clippers. You all getting hands, suckers. Trash.
Hey, there's always next year.
Yeah, it's always next year. Yeah, Kawhi got his 2 championships. Those other suckers need to get
That's
theirs.
true. Kawhi already got two rings on the fingers, on the hand.
Last year, probably going to go hands down as one of the best runs of an NBA player in history.
Yeah.
Last year.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, this year is going to be a little different, but last year, hey, one of the best runs. So I can't even say he gave a first championship to one player.
Yeah.
That obviously, if he gets a championship for the Clippers, that's gonna, even if he does it in 2 years, that's gonna really cement his legacy as a top, one of the tops. Not gonna be top, but one of the tops.
You know what I would like if a trade, if let's say Clippers traded Paul George for like a Ben Simmons.
They should.
Imagine
That would be bang. But Ben Simmons can't shoot. See,
that's the point. You don't need a shooter. Kawhi, because what happened, I think Kawhi sometimes he puts a lot of pressure on other players to do what Kawhi can do, and they can't do it.
They can't.
Ben Simmons, he's a great rebounder, really good
Playmaker.
He's a great defensive player.
And playmaker.
Playmaker, exactly.
Yeah,
So,
that'd be, yeah.
and then
Imagine.
And Embiid is the type of player where sometimes he just wants to shoot too much. Paul George can actually lead more on the scoring end, but that would be a great trade-off.
You think so?
That's
Yeah, Ben Simmons will be a
Because
good
that's what you need.
defensive-minded game. That's going to be a defensive-minded team. Yeah, that would make sense.
would
But
be-
we'll just see at the offseason, whoever wins the championship, congratulations to Lakers, really.
That's
I
right.
think it's going to happen.
Bubble's still a success.
Yeah, fuck Lakers. I can't stand Lakers, that punk ass Lakers. I want to punch Lakers in his face. I really want to punch Lakers in the face. Whatever.
Hey, real quick before we get off the topic, do you take any notion to the fact that the Lakers got 3 number 1 draft picks on that team? You look at that and be like, no wonder.
Nah, I'm not
3 former number 1 overall
I
picks.
can't complain.
Does that get to you?
LeBron James is going to win the championship. I think. I don't know. It might be surprised. We'll see by next week to see what's the series going to be. But I have a feeling they're going to win that championship.
It's crazy. 3 number 1 pick on that team. You're like, is that what?
No,
of course
but
they're gonna win.
the
right?
LeBron lovers, they're not going to see it that way. They're going to see it as it's LeBron James.
It's LeBron, yeah.
So,
the White's washed up.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis is not really. He's a top 5, but top 5 means he's probably 4 or 5.
So
It's
they're gonna try to. They think they slick. I don't know. They always gonna. I know this though. If Lakers lose, I want to have that same energy for everybody else. Yeah, I better have.
No,
that
I would
same
agree.
energy.
If Lakers lose, everybody should attack LeBron the same way those that have attacked Kawhi,
Yep.
saying that this is what you wanted, this is what you got. Now you should have did something with it. You didn't do it. We're gonna get at you. We're not gonna let you get away with it.
Yep.
Yeah, the team didn't do well. It was the other guys. Not LeBron. It was you. This is
want
what you
that
wanted.
same energy.
So I would agree with you.
Matter of fact,
I would agree.
If they lose to the championship, I want that same energy because
gotta
that's
do it.
7 losses.
Oh, yeah.
That's 7
You gotta do
losses.
it. You got to figure, you got to give him praise because he went to 11 conference conference series, 11. Since 03, when he got drafted till 2020, he's been to 11. And all you can say is that you got 3 championship out of 11 opportunities.
Yep.
And if this is going to be the 4th, great. If not, then you got to get at him.
I want that same energy. All right. So let's see. What's on the revenue? Over the weekend, had a little squirrel with the little ones. Kids. My kid over here think he's a Mac Daddy.
Oh, really?
My kid think he's a Mac Daddy. He over here. I looked at his phone. Actually, I didn't even look at his phone. I got my BM over here texting me.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
Your kid's a young one, too.
Yeah, young.
He's
8
young.
and 10.
Yeah.
So they texted me saying that my boy called some girl baby girl. Yeah. That's all I said too. I was like, 8-year-old calling another girl baby girl.
Yeah.
Yo,
So the first thing usually you got to do, sometimes you react, another thing you got to think real quick, but like, what?
well, yeah, right.
Really?
And
Oh,
one,
let me think about this.
in
real quick.
one corner, like if you want to play the devil's advocate, I'm like, my boy Mac Daddy that quick. And at another point, I'm like, I don't want to be no grandfather at freaking 4
Yeah.
years old.
Nah,
Nah.
not right now. You don't.
Nah.
You don't want to be in that waiting room like being about the the youngest one in that waiting room,
right?
Like you're the father. No, I'm not the father.
I know this. I'm not giving nobody no money for no damn diapers, especially afterwards.
Yeah,
like I got enough diapers I gotta pay for anyway.
Yeah, so it's the wrong approach.
So and then I looked at the message that the girl says she been smashing since 10 years old. I was like, what the hell?
What?
It's 2020.
Yeah.
Why people smash that early?
That's a lie.
It gotta be a lie.
First of all, if you're 10 years old, you don't know what that is exactly. What that is.
That is crazy.
And then how the hell your parents at 10 years old? Like my son, he's 9. I know where my older one is 17. I know where he is at all times.
Yeah,
and he's 17. My 9, I'm seeing him. Everywhere he is, I'm looking at him unless I'm at work. So that can't be right. 10 years old,
I know
that's
a
lie.
My 8-year-old boy, he better not even think about doing no craziness, calling girls baby girls. I don't know where he get that from. It must be that Tekashi 6ix9ine sucker. Like, he can't be calling no girl baby girl. I was so mad at him the other day. I was almost like, rip his head off.
Yeah,
like calling some girls baby girl. And my 10-year-old, think that he's like, he won't talk about my boys are the beautiful young boys. They try to say that he getting a girlfriend. I was like, you're not getting a girlfriend when you're 10 years old, buddy. And that's how it rolls around here. Not how it rolls around here. Because I remember when I was young. I remember when I was young. Back in the day, when I finally lost that V, and I was like 14, 15 years old. I do understand. I was so unprepared. I didn't even know what it was. I didn't even know what condoms was. I didn't know nothing. I was like, what's that? Am I gonna get pregnant as soon as I stick it in? That's the type of thing I was doing. Like that. I don't understand.
But right now they're having like that pre-conversation about it at 9 and 10.
Yeah,
it's a wrong approach.
It's a wrong approach. And I don't know if they do sex ed. I think they do sex ed before middle school.
Yeah, well, I think it's like is it home economics?
Yeah,
I think it was.
Home
That's
economics.
where we had that conversation. Eventually in health class they dig deep into STDs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it was actually home economics that actually brought up the whole sex. I remember watching on like one of the classroom videos of like a lady giving birth. It was like, this is what happened. So that's actually the beginning. Now, with the exception is that your parents talks to you about it. So I had that conversation with my older. As far as my parents, they never talked to me about it. It wasn't like, it was just kind of like, hey, you better not have a girlfriend, at 12, 13. I was like, all right. But there was no details to like, all right, why not?
I don't know, but I don't even know what year is the discussion to really talk to kids about anything crazy. Girlfriend, boyfriend, discussions about what's right and wrong. Nowadays, you can't really discipline your kids.
You can't. So the only thing you could do is just really have that aggressive conversation. Like, I'm gonna F you up if you do this.
I'm gonna debo you. Yeah. I'm a straight debo you.
Quick. So now, what would your son say? Did he just wasn't sure really what he did wrong?
I don't know. He didn't.
You know what I mean? Because like sometimes they don't know that they did something wrong.
He wasn't sure he did wrong.
Yeah.
He thought he was just playing.
Yeah,
I was like, no, that's not playing, buddy. Yeah. That's not playing. You're young. And I had to take his phone for about a month because I can't do it. I can't do it. 8-year-olds having phones already a little iffy for me. But now that he showed his age, I gotta take his phone. He showed his age over here. Gotta take his phone away.
So obviously, my son was in the same predicament, right? So I can relate what you're going through. The same thing. So it seems like sometimes they don't know what they're doing wrong.
Yep.
You still go with the approach that, hey, what you did was really, really wrong.
Right.
But you're right. And nowadays, I couldn't smack them. Man,
I wish I could smack some of these kids sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, I be going to, like, the grocery store, and I seen their kids, Ma, you're F&B. Shut up, Ma. I was like, man, smack the shit out of that boy. Ma, you're F&B. Yeah. I can't stare you, Ma. Yeah. When I get home, I'm gonna spit in your face. Like, what? What? I wish I could smack. Man, I wish I could smack him. I really do. Ma, I can't stand you. You always mess with me. Yeah. Like, I wish you was dead. Yeah. Like, what?
That's grimy if that's the way the kids are going to talk and the parents are going to let them go. That's the problem. When you let them get away with that, they're going to get away with other things.
Oh, yeah.
And at that point, they know that no matter what, they're going to get away with something else.
You're not taking my phone. I'm going to take your phone. That's what I hear. Yeah. Ma, you're not taking my phone. I'm going to take your phone. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm going to take your phone. I'm going to cry like a little baby. That's what I hear.
That's the world right now.
That's the world we live in.
That's the world.
I want to whoop that, man. Back in the day, I used to, My mom used to catch me with the freaking hanger, and I swear she had
remember that.
superpowers.
Yeah.
Like, she be throwing that shit, and I'd be like dodging them, and I'd be turning the corner. I swear the hangers be turning with the corner.
Yeah.
And just like the
as it
cartoon.
catches you.
It's just like the
Yeah.
cartoon.
Yeah.
It turns with you and hits you. I'm like, yo, mine got some
It's like
superpowers.
the Matrix, in
Like
a
the
way.
Matrix. I used to try to do some Matrix, and she used to catch me all the time. I'm like, yo, Ma, you should be in MLB with those fastballs.
Yo, back then it's like the government was on their side,
Right?
so no matter what, they could do no wrong. You go to school. I remember I went to school with marks too, like, and it was just like, okay, you know what I mean, like you know, whatever, like on my face, it's like, what happened? It's like, oh, I got hit. All right, well, okay,
do your homework.
Yeah, exactly. Turn to page 4, like,
right. Man,
but nowadays, it's like you pinch them.
Yeah,
you're getting a phone call. You know, you're getting a meeting, and it's like, that's the problem right now.
That's a problem. I'm telling you, I'll be going Target, and cats be getting mad that they can't get that toy. Like, Ma, don't take my phone. I'm gonna take your phone. I'm gonna throw it. I was like, yeah.
Like, I'm putting this in the car, okay?
I'm putting this car, okay? Forget you, Ma. You're effing B. I'm like, yo, get your ass in the car before I shake this car up and make this move. Like, who you over there?
And the thing is that these are kids that, 9, 10, 11, right? You got to try to, like, put order before they hit 15.
Yeah.
Right? Because as soon as they hit, like, that age where they feel like, they're the shit, the real shit, there's no turning back. So you got to put order early, So when you hear shit like that where your son is calling this one a baby, maybe he doesn't know what he did was wrong. He's just thinking, like, that's just part of, like, the conversation. It is what it is.
I blame those rappers.
Yeah, Tekashi, like you said, like him and his, didn't he get like tried with like sexual?
I don't know.
A minor or
first of all,
something
when I was like 10,
speaking of it,
when I was 8 and 10, first of all, I didn't have no game at all. First of all, I'm probably too scared to even talk to a girl around that age. So I don't know how he's talking to a girl that early.
No, because right now you could just like, I'm sure, FaceTime each other, FaceTime this one and that one. You could do that group FaceTime too.
True.
So if you have a friend, and they have a friend, hey, let's all like do like a conference right now. Yeah, and the next thing you know, you got 3 or 4 of them all on the video. So that's how they're talking. Especially right now with the pandemic, that's how they're really talking.
I don't know. But
right now they all got phones. You didn't have a phone. I had a pager when I was 18, 17 at the earliest. So, and other than getting like that 911 or whatever, I wasn't really, in a video conference or whatnot at that age. So that's how kids communicate.
You know what I remember from last week, the spousal support episode?
Yeah.
Do you know that this chick, Nicole, is going to sue Dr. Dre because she says she trademarked the name The Chronic?
You talking about his ex-wife,
Yep.
Nicole Young? Okay. Nah, they didn't even know each other at that point.
Yeah, he said.
Not only that, The Chronic is actually just like a full-out universal term.
She says she's suing him because she co-owns the name The Chronic.
The Chronic, okay. I thought, in all honesty, I thought The Chronic name, trademark, whatever, logo of the album, I think that's all linked with Death Row. And I know Death Row was in auction not that long ago, and I forgot what company bought him out, but that goes with that. I don't think it goes to Dre, unless otherwise Dre bought rights to it. But you would think $2 million a month would be enough.
The Chronic. You see what's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, that's why you don't get married, man. Like, you don't get married to if you have that much money.
Yeah.
Because people are going crazy right now. Like, seriously, where you need that much money? $2 million?
There'll probably be a settlement somehow, though. So maybe that was her whole intention.
You think so?
I'm not going to get $2 million, but there'll definitely be some type of spousal settlement of sorts that will still give me whatever I feel like I need or deserve.
Well, people The Chronic. Man, imagine you want, this is why people want to.
So what does she want, like royalties? Is that what's going to happen? She wants royalties?
She must want some royalties. Or she,
I mean, people are going to go stream. There's up-and-coming kids that don't know enough about Dre until they actually start streaming music. So they're going to stream it. He's going to get paid.
Well, speaking of divorce, you doing Fellas 5 right now?
Yeah, Another edition.
Another edition. I would say stop getting married if you have that much money. All right, do your little Fella 5 because people need to stop going crazy. Fellas 5, baby.
Another edition of the Fellas 5. Welcome. Let's get it. Number 5. Offset, Cardi B call it a quits. They divorced. 3 years together. part of that couple royalty. You know, we've talked about other royalties in the game. Obviously, the best one is Beyonce, Jay-Z, and we got Kanye, we got Kim, and there's up and coming couples as well. You know, Sweetie and Amigos as well, Quavo. But Cardi B, also after 3 years, they call it quits. Cardi B had a nice Instagram, you know, to her fans, you know, just explaining why she's doing it. She can't take the arguments anymore. It's not about cheating. They have a wonderful daughter that they're going to take care together. But as of right now, they're no longer together. I thought it was going to last. I really thought it was going to go a long time. I really did, you know. But I guess nothing lasts forever. Number 4, the TikTok ban. I don't have TikTok. I know what it is. My kids have TikTok. I know what it is. At this point, Donald Trump doesn't care. It's over. They said as of September 18th, you will no longer be able to download TikTok on any platform. As of November 12th, if any selling option is not, you know, come to like an agreement with a US-based company, TikTok as of November 12th will no longer be available in the US market. As of right now, the speculation is going on that TikTok and Oracle are in some type of agreement where Oracle will buy a piece of the company, so they will still have some type of majority or at least minority stake in the company. It will still be run by the Hong Kong company. But as of right now, TikTok will no longer be available to download. That's sad because, I mean, there is a lot of funny videos. I caught a couple of them. Hey, get your shit together, TikTok, and then you can sell in the country. Number 3, school returns. So there's a lot of back and forth of what the school year is going to be. It's definitely going to be the most unusual of all time. You know, you have some cities in certain districts where they have just nothing but distance learning. You know, you have schools that are doing half and half. You have some areas of district giving parents the option. You even have like in the state of Iowa where the governor and the school committee and the superintendent, they're back and forth on what the best option is. It's crazy. No school sports for the fall. My son was really looking forward to football this year. That ended early. It's not coming back. I think racing may be the only one that's really being allowed because of the distance involved. This is where you know it's unusual and different this year. When you go school shopping with your kids, and they're not telling you what Jordans they want, what Jordan shoes they want, or even Adidas shoes. They're looking at which mask they want. You know, I want that mask over there, Daddy. I want the one with the Jumpman on it. No, how about that Adidas one? That's the one that I want. Really? That's what we're looking at? Okay. All right. It is what it is. Let's get it. Number 2. This is a tragic one, and it's going to even get worse when we get to number 1. Number 2, the wildfires in California. It's tragic, y'all. It's tragic. The Bobcat fire, the bigger one in the state of California just keeps on going. We're 2 weeks in, and the fire is still going on. Reportedly, 15% has been contained. 15%. That's crazy. Think about it. Over 91,000 acres have been burned. Over 1,600 individuals, including vehicles and everything, has been involved in trying to put this fire down. It's still going on. It's tragic. There's a lot of people that lost their homes. The smoke in the air. They even threatened to cancel certain sporting events. You know, football games, college. Well, there's no college because the Pac-12 is down right now. But otherwise, any other football game, they threaten that because the air is so dark, so polluted, so it's bad. It's bad, y'all. It's bad to the point where you can only imagine how much longer it's gonna go. Only 15% has been contained. And then number 1 this week in the Fellas 5, rest in peace to Ruth Ginsburg. Bader, I apologize. Bader Ginsburg, the notorious RBG. You know, God bless her and her family. You know, the second woman after Sandra Day O'Connor as Associate Justice for the Supreme Court. She died at 87 a couple days ago. She spoke a lot on equality for people, not just black and whites, but more towards women equality. She was part of like the United States versus Virginia back in 1996, where I believe the state of Virginia didn't feel like women should be a part of the military as equal to men, and she was part of like that Supreme Court committee that ruled on that. So she's very personable. She had like those great looked like collar design for women that I thought was really cool, different from the men's, that kind of, you know, put her and Sandra Day kind of a little, because the way I understand it is that the outfits, the robes were designed for men, you know, and the fact that you had two women on the court and as part of the Supreme Court Justice Team committee, they were able to wear these gowns and these robes for men, but kind of made it unique and different for women as well. You know, rest in peace, rest in power. You're definitely, and the great city of Providence like did a nice candlelight visual like a couple of days ago right outside the State House in memory of her, you know, her position and her history, you know, for women's rights. And that's it. Fellas 5, let's go.
Rest in peace, Ruth. I'll tell you, that's a tragic. You know, more women need to be on the board for everything. More women need to be in the committee. More women need to be on the boys' club per se.
Yeah,
because with them, a better decision will always be made. So, man, I got a lineup. I'm thinking, what do you think I should do? Watson or Carson Wentz?
Oh, Watson? Yeah, you're gonna ask me that question with a straight face.
But they're going to
Watson.
He's going to face Baltimore Ravens.
Watson's gonna face Baltimore Ravens, right?
Yep.
And then who's Wentz going again? Who's Philly playing?
Los Angeles Rams.
Well, you still have a good defense in the Rams. You know, you still have Jalen Ramsey as a secondary, so that means he's gonna be threatening Wentz with those passes. Wentz doesn't really have the weapons that Watson has.
True.
Believe it or not, Wentz, as good of a quarterback as he is, has nobody to really throw to. Rager, the rookie, he's not really the top guy anymore. Well, not anymore. He just started, but he's not the top guy. Alshon Jeffrey, we don't even know when he's going to come back.
Sure.
Right? The Miles Sanders, I think you can do some play action with him here and there, but, you know, is Ertz playing?
Yeah, Ertz playing.
Okay, Ertz is playing. He just was almost a no-show last week, so that's why I didn't know.
Ertz kind of scared me.
Yeah, you know, exactly. And then not to mention, you got Aaron Donald, you know, so there's pressure on Wentz all the way. So I'm more for Watson. As good as Baltimore's defense is, I'm more so feeling like Watson's the guy you go with in these situations, especially when you're talking about a good, like fast, quick, elusive quarterback. So
what about Aaron Ertz or Jared Cook?
Well, see, the problem with Ertz is that he has like now a tag team partner, you know, kind of that Gronk Hernandez situation. But in this case, I go with Cook. I like Cook a lot, and more so I like Cook because Michael Thomas is not playing Monday; he's hurt.
True.
So as a committee of a team, you know, you have your number one guy, and it's obviously Michael Thomas. I'm talking about the Saints. It's Michael Thomas, right?
Yep.
Now, Emmanuel Sanders, you can argue, could be number 2. You could argue that. You can argue that Kamara's number 2. You can't argue that no matter who's number 2, number 3 is going to be Cook.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
That makes sense. All right. Guess what? I guess that WAP really didn't keep him in.
You know, as I just brought up on my fellas 5, I really thought they were going to last. You know, I really like, maybe I'm naive. I really thought, like, I like Cardi B's music. You know,
she don't cook though.
She cooks something else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's always fed.
Well, what's that? Blueface said she was smelling like fishy.
Blueface said that?
Yeah.
She don't even go to California.
Yeah,
so how the hell is Blueface going to even...
No, on that song, Bust Down Tatiana.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're talking about the track that they did. Yeah.
First of all, that WAP does not keep a man, just to let you know. Everybody got that WAP.
Yeah, of course.
But you got to cook and clean.
Yeah, you got to
I don't care what nobody said. Yeah, guys got to cook and clean. Girls got to cook and clean too. Mm-hmm. Like, you can't be getting just a WAP thinking you're going to keep someone.
Yeah, but the thing with Offset and Cardi is that they have a child together. So, you know, you got to feel like there's just that connection that they'll share forever. So usually that will kind of keep them grounded, right?
Right.
And then at the end of the day, it's like, what is Offset getting off another girl that he's not getting off Cardi? Right? Is it
Cardi,
the time?
Cardi's a stripper too. She probably has some good moves too.
Yeah, there you go. Right? Yeah. It's all the club video she demonstrated.
But you know, Offset looked kind of skinny, so he probably want that good food. You know, you can't be going out all the time.
Yeah, he's from Atlanta. That's like good places.
Oh yeah, everywhere's in Atlanta is good,
exactly,
but that WAP didn't keep him.
That's too bad. That's too bad because
she don't cook. She don't clean.
I thought that was a really good combo right there. Right, I really did.
You think her WAP probably? I don't know. You think her WAP is really good?
Cardi's?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably because Offset could I mean, obviously, I would think that he can get any chick he really wanted, or at least anybody in the industry.
Sure.
And Cardi was, and this is kind of before Cardi really blew up, right?
She got out of plastic surgery. That stomach
Cardi
is not
had
hers. It's
he's
not
on
hers.
The bodies,
The body
breast.
yaddy. Girl,
Yeah.
you know you got a body yaddy yaddy. Hey, remember that song?
Yeah, R. Kelly.
Yeah, R. Kelly and
Jay-Z.
Best of Both Worlds.
Yeah, with Jay-Z.
You'll think
Yeah.
that's like that album should have went much better when it was.
It should have. I don't know.
I think it's because the allegations.
What?
The allegations
About
of
R.
him.
Kelly?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Out of court and stuff like that. It should have been. I think that was a great album. It was a good combo, good duo.
Yep.
I thought it should have too. Yeah, I like the album. I like a lot. There's about 3 or 4 tracks on there that I bump at least 5 times each at one point, when that shit came out. And plus, you also had that good duo where you have R. Kelly doing a lot of the hooks,
Yeah.
a couple verses, but then Jay-Z's doing the verse. It was just a good mix,
Girl, you know you got a body yaddy yaddy.
It's like kind of like, remember when Nas and R. Kelly did Street Dreams? Like that could have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that good combo where you have like the rapper, you have the R&B artist doing the hook, and it's just a good blend. So yeah, I would.
Girl, you know you got a body yaddy yaddy.
What sucks through the whole thing is that Cardi B is now going to be singing about rapping about anything, and Offset hasn't said nothing. Like I want to hear Offset at this point. What does Offset have to say about it?
I don't even know. What can you say about it?
Like, yo, she acted up.
I don't know.
She wasn't cooking, like you said.
I didn't know that Eve has had a sitcom back in the day.
Eve?
Yeah.
I remember some part of it, but it wasn't nothing big. It was on, I think, UPN, right? It was on kind of like the same network that Brandy was on or Moesha was on.
TV One.
TV One and UPN, because I think it was UPN first, and then eventually it converted over to TV One, and now it's called Paramount now.
I'll be very honest. I don't even know why. I haven't known that she was relevant for a while. I think after she married like Homeboy, I just didn't really care too much about it.
I think so she was part of like the whole Rough Riders.
After Rough Riders, I feel like she
fell off. She was trying to do more of movies, because I think she did the Beauty Shop. She did Beauty Shop for a bit, right? I think she was on 2 of the movies, if I'm not mistaken. Well, Beauty Shop with Ice Cube, and then she did the show. I don't think that went longer than a year, right? A season.
Yeah,
right? That didn't go far.
I don't know. Eve, I really don't care too much about Eve, because obviously, she's just Eve. If you actually question her career,
she did win a Grammy though.
Yeah, she did. But did she really sold a lot of her records? You think will you put her as a top best rappers?
Eve?
Yeah.
That's a tough one. I mean, I don't think she cracks top 5. I mean, 5
for women or just for rappers.
We're talking about women. If it's rappers,
I don't even think she cracked top 10.
As a woman,
yeah,
as a woman. Well, so
the movement as Rough Rider was actually really big, but I just don't think she cracked top 10.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, I mean, she had like the support by the name Lox, the support by the name DMX. So she had that support that already put her in a group, in a category where she was above any female rappers at that time. But now when we're looking at her whole career, she came out, I think, 2 albums, right? Scorpion, and I forgot the other one, So those are the 2 that I remember that was, good. She won a Grammy. You got to give it to her. But, I mean, that's as far as I go with Eve. I don't really go beyond that. Like a top 10, I'd probably say she'll crack top 10.
You think she'll crack top 10?
I think she can.
Who's better, Foxy or Eve?
Foxy all the way.
Yeah, I think so too.
Foxy all the way.
I always think that Foxy was better than Eve.
Yeah.
What about MC Lyte and Eve?
MC Lyte is good. Her and was it Yo-Yo? MC Lyte, Yo-Yo. Yep. They're good for their era. They're up and coming rappers. I'm gonna go MC Lyte above Eve. Yep, I'm gonna put Yo-Yo behind Eve. So MC Lyte above Eve all the way.
Okay.
What about, remember Queen Pen?
Yeah, I heard a couple of songs. I know who Queen Pen is. I heard a couple of songs.
She came with Party Ain't a Party. Teddy Riley produced it. That was pretty good. She had another hot track too that was really good. So Queen Pen is pretty good. Like, who I think, I know all the sexuality is all in their album, but I think City Girls, are talented. I really think they are.
I just, some of these girl rappers, it's just the same thing.
They're a duo. That's the only thing.
But it's the same thing they be rapping about.
Yeah, but they do it in their own so listen to P Talk, right? If you listen to the track P Talk, it's different. It's like WAP in its own way, but it's actually different. You know,
Anderson,
and it's good different. You know, it's just
I just feel like they're boring.
there's up and coming girl right now, Mulatto. She's doing it good.
Is she mulatto or
She is mulatto. Yeah,
mulatto?
mulatto. You know,
Yeah,
that's
as
how you
long as
spell it.
it's not like Doja Cat who went crazy.
Nah, Doja Cat, I think she's just out there just for like the publicity. You
Yeah.
know? Just there to like
Stalk. It's
yeah,
more of
look
like
at me. You know what I mean?
what do they call it? What the Tekashi 6ix9ine is doing right now?
What, trolling?
Yeah,
Yeah,
trolling big time.
Yeah. Speaking of Tekashi, did you see where he came out with why he snitched the interview?
I didn't see that.
Oh,
but why did he snitch?
Oh, so he said, well, that's the whole story. Is that it starts off with him being kidnapped by so at the time I guess he was part of what was it Treyway, right?
Yep.
So as part of Treyway, he ended up getting kidnapped. I'm sorry. So he ended up getting kidnapped by like one of the gang members from Treyway.
Yep.
Which was a setup, but that wasn't really why he swung. He tells you the whole story why him getting kidnapped, the whole situation. But according to him, it was that another member that was part of Treyway named Shotty, I guess his manager, right, essentially set up the whole kidnapping. Then he found out that Shotty slept with his girl. You know what I mean?
Let me see. Let me hear it. Hold on.
If there is a street code, right? If there is a street code and there's something so-called as loyalty and everything and no snitching and all of that, I get it, right? But where was the loyalty when you was sleeping with my baby mother? Where was the loyalty when you was caught on the wiretap trying to kill me? Where was the loyalty when you tried to kidnap my mother? Where was the loyalty when you was stealing millions of dollars from me? Where was that? So who broke it first? I get it. Don't fight fire with fire. I'm sorry. But what did I do wrong? Be loyal to niggas that's fucking my baby moms? Be loyal to niggas that kidnap me, beat the shit out of me, video and everything? I'm supposed to be loyal to that? No, you know what? You know what it is?
See, that's the thing. He actually wanted to be in that type of situation now.
Yeah.
So how you gonna be in that type of situation and then you complain about the situation?
Yeah, because he slept with chicks all over the place.
Yeah.
Allegedly over 70 that he cheated with.
But he wanted to be a gangster for his persona.
He did, yeah.
And he over here trying to act like he didn't want that type of lifestyle. Like, come on, man.
Well, the thing is, it was the whole kidnapping. So, like, he goes in depth of the whole kidnapping, the whole setup, the fact that he moved to a different crib. And when he got kidnapped, they said, we want this and we want that. So he's like, we're going to bring you to your house for you to get it. Otherwise, we're killing you.
Yeah.
Nobody knew where he lived other than his BM and Shotty, his manager at the time. So how the hell did this crew over here know where he lived? So at that point, he felt that he was betrayed.
Yeah. I just feel like if you look for the trouble, you're gonna get the trouble.
Yeah, you're gonna get it. Yeah,
and he definitely looked for the trouble.
Yeah.
So he got the trouble, and now he's in trouble.
Now he's in trouble. Now Shotty's doing like a 15-year bid.
Yep.
Now, there was an interview that Shotty did not that long ago where he brings up Tekashi and he doesn't get into details as far as like the snitching directly.
Yeah.
It was just more like, yo, we all in it together. So like, yeah, I got caught on the bigger time, so I'm just gonna take it. But he didn't, and I think for him it's smart for him not to do it anyway. So when parole comes or whatever, that he can actually leave when he's supposed to. So he didn't bring up Tekashi's name directly to the snitching, but in 15 years he'll get out too, and you don't know what.
I just feel like he don't have enough money for security. It's gonna be tough. Security's expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive. Yeah.
And how many albums he gonna be selling?
I don't know. I mean, I listened to Telltales a little bit. I listened to about 3 tracks on the album. I wanted to listen to more, but I just couldn't really vibe with it to say that I'm really gonna, I say I went back. Yeah, I'm not lying. So I went back. I listened to like a couple tracks. I was like, all right, it's not bad. It's whatever. At that point, I was like, I'm just not feeling it. And I was like, I listened to more to King's Disease. Let me listen to it again. You know what I mean? So I wasn't, yeah. So yeah, right. Yeah, if people not listening to it. And supposedly he said that it was going to debut at number 1,
Did it debut at number 1?
Nah, it didn't.
Hold on. Someone debuted at number 1. It wasn't him, though. I know that for a fact.
No, it wasn't him. It was, damn.
Was Little Baby?
No,
not Little Baby.
No, the Detroit. Damn. I just listened to it yesterday.
Big Sean?
Big Sean, yeah. Big Sean debuted at number 1. Yeah,
yep.
Thank you. So Big Sean debuted at number 1. Now, Tekashi came out and said, well, he got a track with Nipsey Hussle. He got a track with Lil Wayne. He got a track with Diddy. He got another track, Full Circle. He got like another one, the Full Cypher,
So
the
he's
Friday
hating.
Night Cypher. I think it's Friday Night Cypher. That's about 9 minutes long. You got M on there. You got Royce the 5'9". You know, there's a couple other artists on there, some from Detroit. So Tekashi's like, how can I compete with that? Because Tekashi was like, I'm coming out number one. But then when he saw where Big Sean was doing,
Homeboys hating.
you know,
Tekashi could hate all he wants, but at the end of the day, you're Tekashi 6ix9ine, sucker. That's what you get. That's exactly what you get. You think someone's gonna care what you're doing?
yeah. Well, his new girl Jade cares. You know, she tattooed
publicity.
her face.
Yeah, stupid,
That's
stupid,
dumb.
stupid. I don't care.
At some point, he will run out of money for the security.
Yeah,
If he will.
some point he will run out of money.
Yeah, exactly. He's not making that kind of I don't think not that kind of money.
You know who got in trouble this week too? Your boy Trey Songz.
Nah, tell me
Yeah.
about it.
He
Nah,
said-
I didn't hear about it. Yo, what do you get? All the exclusives?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at my whole sheet over here.
Okay, yeah. Tell
So
me.
he's
Trey
saying
Songz.
he said he said woman born after 1993 they can't cook. All they know is their iPhone, twerking, being bisexual.
Damn, he really put it out
He
like
put it
that.
all like that.
Wow.
Now I don't know if it's probably halfway true, but halfway false.
Yeah.
Because I don't think all of them do the same thing.
But then again, you can look at it. You can say women from this era, let's take it maybe from the 70s, 80s. Maybe they don't know how to, be loving. I mean, it's just like it's unofficial. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just unofficial. Whatever he's saying, it's not factual in any way. So
Right.
it's wrong no matter what you look at. It could be half true, but you could say women from 1920 don't know how to dance. Is that
Right.
true or not? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
They can't dance.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm saying, you have the hip hop and the bebop. Yeah, you had the bebop and you had disco, right? Going into the 50s, 60s, and 70s. So that's wrong for him to say that, and it sucks for him because you don't know if other females would want to even do any type of music with him.
True. Yeah, that's crazy. This guy, I don't know. He's kind of halfway right, but he's also halfway wrong too.
Yeah, exactly.
So
exactly.
it's just one of those things. Because
Yeah, but when he puts it out there like that,
yeah, you can't put it out. It's something that you keep in house.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you got to do. Keep it in house.
And there's something that he tweeted out was it part of an
Yeah, he
interview? 'Cause
tweeted
sometimes
it out.
there's
Put
a
on
difference.
Instagram. Put on
Yeah,
Instagram.
so if he just puts it out there like that, then it's gonna get attacked right from the beginning. If he's part of an interview, it's like, yo, that's the question they asked. It is what it is, So, but
Well, at the end of the day, most of those chicks, all they do is know how to twerk anyway. But that's beside the point.
it's not a bad thing, by the
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. I like to see it sometimes. But they do need some guidance. Some people do need some guidance because I'm telling you, I realize now, like a lot of the women, their Instagram page is like bomb. Soon you see them, they're not like the Instagram pages, and some of them can't really cook.
Yeah.
Some of them have jobs that's well underemployed.
Yeah, but you also get one of them delivery services, right?
Yeah. Then you'll get some girls that's just very hard driven, but they don't need a man in their life. So it's tough. It's really tough. And girls and men don't learn until they reach over 25, 26.
Of course, yeah. So at that point, give them some time.
Yeah, give them some time. Like people go into their whole stage around 18 to 23 years old.
I kind of look at it like driving, right? Like me growing up, as soon as because and it should still, I would think it's still 15 years old in 10 months. But as soon as I hit 15 in 10 months, I already signed up for driver's ed class, right?
Yeah.
I did it. I rolled up, signed it, and then when I was 16, I was in that class.
Yeah.
Then when I passed, took the road test. Boom. Before I was 17, I had a license. About a month later, I had a car. That was all me, right? Now, nowadays, kids ain't doing that. I don't think kids are directly coming to you and saying, hey, can you take me to this place for a road test? Oh, what? Yeah, I already took driver's ed. That ain't happening. Now you got to kind of push them to do it.
Right.
Yeah, so it's a different type of era that we're in where now you got to kind of push people. So maybe, somebody that don't know how to cook, they'll learn how to cook later. Versus,
Hopefully.
yeah. Versus back in the day, they'll know right from the beginning. Their parents were teaching them at 5.
But I tell you, I used to be in relationships that some of the women do not want to work. Some of the women just do not want to work, or they're unemployed.
Stay-at-home mom?
Stay at
That
home.
type?
Not even stay at home.
just
Most
don't
of them is not even.
They want a
don't
sugar
even-
daddy?
They want a sugar daddy. It's weird. They just don't want to work, or they have an excuse why they can't work. That's my
That's the
biggest
worst,
pet
yeah.
peeve. You can't have excuse why. I'm Jamaican. I could have 3 or 4 jobs in one time. So you could work
did.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
did.
did. I have a problem with that. It's because being
I
Jamaican,
love
you work.
that skin and living
Yeah.
color.
Yeah,
When the whole family had 3 jobs
Exactly.
each.
Jamaicans
When-
work like crazy.
And then when one of the son quit his 3rd job, only had 2 jobs, the parents looked at him funny, like who are you?
Who are you?
Two
I
jobs?
know women who do not like working. at all.
Yeah.
And if I always say, if you don't want to work, you better have a good savings plan.
Yeah.
This is really what it is.
Yeah.
I know women that literally will work 10 hours and think it's a hard job to do. So, hey, I get it. Don't cook, don't clean. Just as I said before, that WAP ain't working.
Yeah.
So,
I blame it on these housewives on TV.
Oh, yeah.
Housewives
Oh,
of LA. All they're doing all day is like going out to like certain activities, jumping on the yacht, eating their strawberry and
you know what I blame?
caviar and all
Not
that.
having a good enough WAP.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if you had a good enough WAP, you probably would. You don't have to work
It's funny,
at
in
all.
all these housewives, the husbands just show up every now and again. They're never really there.
Because they don't want to be home.
Yeah, so there's all these housewives just out there. It's actually right in the title, Housewives of LA, of Atlanta, of New York.
The question is, do those housewives clean?
Nah, of course not, because they got maids, they got
Yeah.
mansions, they got like big time.
Do they
cribs.
cook? They don't even cook.
Nah, they got maids and they got chefs and everything.
So their
roll up.
WAP got to be great.
It was probably great in the beginning.
Now
But
it's
now they're ready. The dudes already put a ring on it,
Yeah, that's the that's
and
the
now they're
problem.
locked for life.
Yeah, that
And
is
if
the
they
problem.
divorce, just like Mrs. Young over there, Nicole Young, right?
Yep.
Just like her, they're gonna be asking for $2 million a year, a month.
A month.
So
That's
do
crazy.
they want to go through that? Be like, yeah, just
Yeah, stay what you doing.
yeah, exactly.
My question, Swiss Beat had a little controversy. She tried to say that Missy Elliott could beat Janet Jackson hands down. Missy Elliott could beat Janet Jackson hands down. So the Janet Hive went crazy on him. So I don't know. He does have a point.
That's a good one.
Yeah, he
Missy
does have a
Janet,
point.
Even though it's different genres.
Yeah,
though.
different genre, but Missy Elliott, how many hits? Well, the question has do Janet Jackson has more hits than Missy Elliott?
Of course.
You think so?
See, I mean, obviously, I would have to go look because there's been so many albums. But I mean, right off the top of the dome, I could think of It, Red Velvet, Malta Flamer of Fire, something like that. Which I think your boy, my boy too, Kendrick Lamar took like the hook from. Rhythm Nation, I think was another one, another hot track. I mean, there's some that we forgot. She even did Scream with her brother MJ.
Sure. Make me wanna scream.
Yeah, exactly. I remember when that came out.
I used to love that. Oh yeah, she was hot.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So-
with that short kind of hair.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, and those are the ones I can remember. I mean, there's so many more. Missy Elliott, I can remember a lot too, but Janet wins hands down.
Yeah, I think Janet wins too. Missy Elliott, I love Missy Elliott. She did have a lot of bangers, but I think what happened is in a certain era that a lot of her bangers was just bangers on there. But what Janet Jackson did, that whole family, you talk about a legacy family, a royal family. That Jacksons are a royal family.
Oh, That's the Way Love Is. That's
Yep.
another one.
Yep.
That goes on
That's
too.
the way love.
Oh, yeah.
That was my song.
Oh, that's another. So I'm just saying.
Yeah,
So,
and then she went to Poetic Justice. I love her in Poetic Justice.
a good one, Poetic Justice. Thank you. That's another
was that her only movie?
That's that one with Tupac?
Yeah, with Tupac.
Yeah,
The only
Tupac.
one. Is that the only one she had?
No, she wasn't she in with Eddie Murphy and Miss?
Nutty Professor.
Nutty Professor. Thank you. Yeah.
Was it the Nutty Professor too? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
she
Nutty
was
Professor.
in Nutty Professor too.
Yeah,
I actually
that
like
one.
that movie.
Yeah. So yeah, not that one. She could act.
But her songs was amazing. I love her, Janet Jackson.
Yeah, oh,
but
absolutely.
it was definitely a different era. That was in the 80s, sometime 90s, some parts of early 90s.
Early 90s.
After 2000. Missy Elliott was in the 90s too. So it's
That's right.
but
Right.
I don't think you could kind of compare that type of legacy with Missy Elliott. Missy Elliott has her own legacy in her own right mind,
Of
but
course.
that you can't compare that with Missy Elliott.
Now the thing with Missy Elliott, one thing that I noticed is that a lot of her track, not obviously the all of them, but a lot of what were sampled. You can go in, you can see a lot of certain samples that she kind of like Puffy. You know how Puffy, a lot of that era, with Mace, a lot of it was sampled. Like obviously he made it his own. There were bangers. It's like like Jay-Z said about like that hook with Nas. Like you made it a hot line, I made it a hot song. So that's the same thing with
before I got here, I was listening to some Jay-Z. Everywhere A Star Is Born. That song is like I love that song.
Yeah, so like he made it his own, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with Missy. She made it his own. So there's a lot of saying with Janet. I don't recollect anyway a lot of samples on her track.
She's almost like a cheat code. She had Michael Jackson.
Teddy Riley too.
Teddy Riley as well.
Yeah. Jimmy Jazz was it?
But it's not even the cheat code that she uses Michael Jackson. It's just having a great brother or a great sibling make you even better.
Oh yeah. Yo, listen to this. What do you think, Michael? What do you think? You like it? Nah, I don't. It's like Quincy, right?
Yeah.
It's like the Quincy effect, right? Quincy just touched something in it. What do you think? Oh yeah, change that. Next thing you know, it's a #1 hit. What do you think about this part? Just listen to it. Anything I should mess up, change? Yeah, do that. All right, great. It's a hit. So you're right. Yeah, so there is.
You got a cheat code. You got
Exactly.
cheat. Music is different. You got a cheat code. You got a big cheat code. This is like, think about it like Eli Manning and Peyton Manning. Not saying that Eli's great better than Peyton, because he's definitely not. But you got a cheat code. Your brother got one championship. That means you got to get one championship. You know what I'm saying? Look at Steph Curry and Steph Curry. Yeah, Steph Curry got 3 championships. That means you got one. Now, he ain't going to get one because he's a role player. Steph Curry's a little different. Yeah. But that's how it goes, you know? That's exactly. Look at Marcus Morris and Markieff Morris. You suck. I mean, you gotta suck. Like you blew a 3-1 lead. I mean, now it's your turn to blow a 3-1 lead.
The only thing, Marquis looks like he's gonna get the championship. He's gonna get that ring.
Not doing not one damn thing.
He don't need to. He's gonna sit back and chill.
Don't you hate that?
Oh,
like
yeah.
your little brother got a better. Like Paul Gasol, Marc Gasol. Paul Gasol got his championship. How much Paul Gasol got? 1 or 2?
I thought he had 2.
So he got 2 championships.
I thought he had 2.
Mark got 1.
Mark got 1.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. How about this one? JaVale McGee got 2 rings right now. Hey, Dwight Howard got 0.
But think about it. Like even Paul Gasol, Marc Gasol has a. If you think about it, got a better career than Paul Gasol.
Well, it's longer, so yeah.
Defensive Player of the Year, he got that.
Yeah.
He almost was he was like voting for. One time he was like voting number 4 for like MVP.
Yeah, when he was with Vancouver.
Yeah.
But no,
Memphis Grizzlies.
They switched to Memphis at that point.
So he got a better career, but homeboy got 2 championships. Yeah. Now you got to get 2 championships.
That's true.
Like
that's all that matters.
You in the Thanksgiving and you arguing with your brother like, yo, sucker, I'm better than you.
True.
How many championships you got?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he'll rub that in his face.
And to rub it in Paul Gasol's face even more so, he also got more money.
Yeah.
Because like the transition started to take place like maybe 2012, whatever, the contract switched, where now players are getting even more money. I remember when Conley got like $30 million, I think 5 years ago. I'm like,
Paul Gasol,
$30 million.
Paul Gasol was considered a superstar. Marc Gasol was considered a star with a great defense.
When they got that TV money from ESPN, that's when everything went up. So at that point, you got players making that kind of money. I remember when Dwight Howard, like back in his like defensive player of the year, he was one of the top dudes in the league at $20 million a year. He was one of the tops. Right now, Mike, like I said, Conley is getting $30 million. We're not talking about in the 40s like CP3, and we're talking about like Russell Westbrook and even your boy Dame Dollar. We're talking that again over 40 is that so Mark is also playing the right time.
Yeah, I don't know.
Still playing.
I don't know. But all I'm saying that if you got a sibling that's better than you, you can't make the sibling better than you.
Yeah.
Like shit, you still got love because that's your sibling. You still got to have that encouragement. But you got to be better. Yeah, it's like a motivation to be better.
Yeah. So, since you know very much so of the Marvel universe, right?
Yeah.
So the Olsen, right? What's the one that Olsen? The last name
Olsen.
Yeah, the actress, the Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen's sister.
Yep.
What's her name?
Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen.
No, their sister, the Olsen, the one that's in the Marvel universe.
Oh yeah. Is it Elizabeth? Hold on.
It's Elizabeth. Thank you. Elizabeth Olsen. Okay, so now Mary-Kate and Ashley, they already got like that like.
They're billionaires. Though.
Yeah, exactly. What I'm saying, but as far as popularity, Elizabeth is more popular than them right now.
Oh yeah, that's Scarlett, right? That's
Scarlett. I know you would know. See, I don't know. I know Marvel to some degree.
I did not know that they was sisters. Now I'm thinking about, but they when
she's the younger sister.
Every time I look at her, she did look like holy shit. You just remind me about that.
Yeah. So my point was that obviously Mary-Kate actually got the money, right? But Elizabeth is the more star right now.
Yeah.
She got the following, So as far as followers.
If you actually get that argument, she probably, I don't know if she's more famous, but she probably have a better career.
She's more, well, the Kates are more famous because of
the Full House.
Yeah, Full House, exactly. Because we know them.
And even the line.
Yeah, even the movies that they did, right? Mm-hmm. But at this point, when you look at like this up and coming generation, a lot of them don't know who Mary-Kate. We go talk to our 9 and our 10-year-olds. They don't know a lot about.
I didn't even know Elizabeth Olsen was really Olsen. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Now I'm thinking about it. That's my fault. Yeah. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Yeah. Now I'm thinking about it. Like holy shit, they look just alike too. Yeah. I was looking at it.
Obviously taller.
Yeah, I was like looking at it. Oh yeah, they're definitely taller, and she got a little bit of meat on her. Actually, I think she looked better than both of them. But that's beside the point. But yeah, now she got a career. Mm-hmm. Although I don't think she's gonna probably star in any other crazy. I don't even think she's really a star. She's a supporting cast, but everybody knows. Everybody loves Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Like that's like one of the main characters. That's
Well, yeah, exactly. It's
So-
like 'cause she's well known, but I'm saying like in that family, you can imagine when they sit down, which one's really getting like the hype. Is
I'd
it,
have been like, if I was her, I'd be like, yo, I got the clothing line, but I got Thor.
Yeah,
I
straight
got
up.
Iron Man.
the next movie's coming out next year,
Yeah.
so be on the lookout.
I got a Vision.
Yeah.
What you got?
Yeah.
You got them old guy that you was messing with.
Yeah, too bad. One of them was with Heath Ledger, the one remember
Yeah,
when he committed
yeah.
suicide.
Yeah.
Allegedly
They so skinny.
over.
I don't know what's wrong with them. And I understand. I don't want to mess with anybody's disability, but like that, it was a little bit
I thought they're
tough.
smaller too, so
Yeah,
they're more
yeah.
petite. So when they,
Seeing them at Full House was like, I didn't know it was two people. It was
Oh, the
definitely-
twins, yeah, I didn't know that either,
they
yeah.
made it as if it was one.
Oh, yeah, they
I
did
don't
a
understand
good
why
job.
they just didn't pay one person. Why would they pay two people? Did that make sense?
I know what you're saying, but I think sometimes it could just be like relationships. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was the parents that got them in. So you
Yeah.
never know. Maybe there's a relationship with this producer with their agent.
Yeah.
And the agent was like,
And then they
check
started
this
that
one out.
movie. It was It Takes Two.
It Takes Two. Yeah,
It was a movie they
They
started.
did a lot of other
But
ones too.
but they were more of like a Disney. That was like if you think about it, they probably was the more original Disney stars because after the It Takes Two, I didn't really pay attention to them, but
No.
we knew of them. And then they did like their clothing line. They
Yeah.
made a lot of money. They
Yeah, they
started
did.
becoming
And-
I don't know if they're billionaires now, but I'm pretty sure they was at
Who
the
knows?
time.
But
But-
the key thing too as well is that like they started their own production company.
Yep,
And
yeah.
That's the same path that Tyler Perry went through.
yeah.
Where Tyler Perry says you make a lot more money when you own the equipment.
Yeah.
Versus you're just showing up and the equipment's already there.
Yeah, I just noticed that. I forgot how they're if you think about it, that's more of a power sibling too. There's a lot of power sibling, but they could be number one of the power sibling. Who else is a power sibling if you really
Like in the industry,
in any industry on there? Because you could make the case that the Mannings are a power sibling because they made
of
they
course.
probably
Combined
top
over,
five.
over half a million.
Oh, yeah.
half a billion.
They top five richest NFL players of all time. No matter how you feel about their career, they're top five richest players
Yeah.
of all time, both
agree
of
with
them. And then obviously Steph and Steph.
Yeah.
Steph more because obviously
Yeah.
he made a
I
lot
can
of
go-
money
I
as
can go that
well.
route.
Then you got the Olsen. Yeah, you got the Olsens. You got a lot of if you got the I don't think about the Thor, like Thor and his brother, because his brother is not really as big as the but yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's
now
true.
father son combination, I think Denzel, him and his
John
son.
David?
Yeah, him and his son is gonna be it's gonna be big. Especially if
Yeah, the
that
combo.
Tenet does great.
The Will
Yeah.
Jaden Smith. That's a good father son.
yeah.
No, it is. It is.
Will Smith is by himself, but
Well-
Jaden Smith, he's getting out there. He's becoming
He is-
weird.
He's becoming weird, but the thing is, he's known, and that's
Yeah,
what it
true.
comes down to.
Yeah.
Is that either you know him from music or you know
Yeah.
him from movies. You
Yeah.
know, so he's there. He's there now. Yeah. Do we look at him and kind of like speculate? Like, is he all there in his brain? Is he on something?
He
or
got.
is he-
You notice he got jacked.
yeah,
Cut,
cut. Oh, yeah,
like
exactly.
Friggin', he look
Yeah,
like
that's what
he'll
I'm
beat
saying.
somebody ass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or at least he'll skateboard the shit out
Yeah.
of that board. Skateboard
Yeah,
till the
with his
board-
Vans.
Yeah, exactly.
Slap
So-
with his Vans and
Yeah.
his truck fit.
Yeah,
on that.
exactly. So you can look at that and you can be like, all right, well, this, but that's a great combo right there.
that's a great
Will
combo.
and Jaden.
Will
as
and Jaden. You got obviously Denzel. Yeah, it's a lot of crazy.
Like up and coming Demi Moore, her daughter is in TV.
Yeah.
She was in on Empire. Remember the show Empire?
it
Yeah,
was
she was there.
Demi Moore. Was it Demi Moore?
Demi Moore.
Very troubling. They show up a video of her kissing a little kid when she was
Oh.
like 18, 19.
Oh no,
So
I
that's
didn't see
it's
that. That's a little
very
wild
troubling
out
because a
there,
lot of
yeah.
people saying that is a stereotype or it's not even it's double standards when it comes to men doing it.
Yeah.
But she was like 18, 19 kissing some 10, 12-year-old kid
Yeah,
in the video.
yeah, I
So I gotta read up on that because I don't know if that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I can
But
go
if
with
you
that.
think about it, she likes young guys. So look at Ashton
Well, she
Kutcher.
was
and her.
Ashton Kutcher. I was
Yeah,
gonna say that,
she
yeah.
does like young
Yeah.
guys. It is a weird age
Yeah.
gap that some of these superstars in Hollywood is starting to.
Yeah, I can go with that.
It's starting to recognize. You're starting to recognize a lot of age gaps that just not quite there. Think about even like Diddy and Cassie. That's kind of weird.
That was weird. Yeah,
that was a little weird situation.
Yeah.
Think
Well-
about like Russell Wilson. What's that guy from Bill Russell and all his girlfriends. From,
the
Def
basketball
Jam.
player?
Def Jam.
Oh, Russell Simmons.
Russell Simmons. I said Bill Russell. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
Russell Simmons.
Yeah, because there was the allegations too that he
Yeah.
was also doing
Yeah.
a lot of behind the scenes sexual acts, and making girls feel
Yep.
uncomfortable.
There's a lot of weirdness that had going on.
Going back to what about LeBron and Bronny James?
Oh, that gonna be great. If
Yeah.
he's the problem is with basketball, I feel like the Suns always never that great.
The Suns?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's Ken Griffey Senior and Junior. The Junior was
But
always
senior
came out to
was
be better.
great, but Ken Griffey is a whole nother level. That's
But
a
what I'm saying,
phenomenal.
The Junior
yeah.
came out to be better than
yeah.
the Senior.
Hey,
Now,
who
there's a
knows?
collapse. There's the Walter Payton Jr. He played for University of Miami.
Yeah.
He didn't come out as good as Walter
Michael
Payton.
Jordan.
Jeffrey
Jordan. Yeah, Jeffrey
Jordan.
Jordan.
And Marcus, too.
Yeah.
Marcus tried to do something.
I don't
Patrick Ewing Jr.
Yeah, he wasn't that great.
He wasn't as good.
Yeah.
How about this one? Michael Irvin last year. Michael Irvin Jr. He was a tight end. He went undrafted. Michael Irvin, obviously, he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Randy Moss, the tight end from LSU, his son.
He's still there. Thaddeus Moss.
No, I thought he got
there.
drafted 5th round, 6th
Did
round.
he? That's gonna be phenomenal. I wish he.
No, but
you
that's the
sure?
thing.
Thaddeus Moss.
Because he got drafted. I'm gonna.
That was last year. I don't think he's gonna be bad.
I say, no, maybe was he undrafted? He's
must
not
be
in NFL. I'm gonna say undrafted.
Yeah, because he's gonna be phenomenal.
No, he's not. That's the thing.
You don't think so?
If he was, he would have been drafted. Now we know Tony Romo didn't get drafted.
So he's not drafted at all.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't. He did get an invitation to a tryout for a team.
He was waived too.
Yeah.
He was on Washington Redskins.
There you go. So he, like I was saying, he did get.
Bad?
Well, here's the thing of being that bad. Just because you make a great play in the FBS championship,
Yep.
and your dad has the last name as you, and we know who your dad is.
That is Randy Moss.
Yeah, like the whole, like I said, Walter Payton, Hall of Famer, sweetness, right?
Yep.
Right? Walter Payton Jr., like I remember, he played for University of Miami. Actually, I'll even take it to a side note. I'm not even going to bring up the Walter Payton Jr.
Yep.
How about this one? Remember a running back for Detroit Lions? I don't even have to say your name. You already know who it is.
Barry Sanders.
Exactly.
His son was horrible.
He played. His son, I think, also went to Oklahoma State, I believe. Didn't do well. Fred Taylor.
Yep.
Another great running back. His son was, which I think his son is still in college, NCAA.
Yep.
But Asante Samuel's son, Asante Samuel Jr.
Yeah.
Nothing good. Now, right now, there's Michael Pittman Jr. for the receiver for the Colts. His dad played about 9-10 years as a running back.
Yep.
He's doing pretty good. Now, Michael Pittman was not really a superstar. He was a Pro Bowler. But if we're talking about these superstar fathers that have sons that grow up in that environment and then get into the same league and don't measure up, all these names, they never measure up. Bronny will never measure up to LeBron.
Probably not.
Ken Griffey's the only one I can just think right off the top of my head that did better than the dad.
I always feel like it's a different story because Ken Griffey is a legend. His dad's a legend too, but not as much as Ken Griffey. It's almost like it's a different type of legend when Ken Griffey Jr. with his dad. But Bronny is gonna be tough. No matter how much you hate LeBron, he is number 2 best player of all time. Yeah. I don't think he's better than Jordan.
Bobby Bonds,
Barry Bonds,
Barry Bonds' dad. Right?
But that's the difference. Barry Bonds is a legend, although he's steroid used, but he's still a legend.
But Bobby Bonds was a good player, in the MLB. He was a good player.
Yeah, he was. I'm not saying
Barry
he wasn't.
Superseded. It's a lot, but it's very few.
Although I still think there's more because of all the craziness he did.
What? As far as Barry doing steroids and again.
Yeah.
It's good. I mean, he was great with the Pirates before he even went to San Francisco.
Sure.
So he was going to be good. He's going to be a Hall of Fame regardless.
This will make me mad about Barry Bonds because the Pirates, he was great with the Pirates.
He was outstanding.
He would have been a Super Bowl player. He would have been a Hall of Famer with the Pirates.
At that point, he was already considered a 5-tool player at that point.
Exactly.
He was able to do every single thing. And I think what probably happens, is money.
All about the money.
I think it came down to I want to get a big time contract too.
Yeah.
And maybe it was worth it for him to know that, hey, even though I lead with the home run, but the asterisk over it, and they're still saying Hank Aaron is really the true home run king.
Yes, he was.
So, but maybe it was worth it for whatever the money he got. I remember when he was with, he was smacking them home runs. He was going against Sammy Sosa, and then I think it was Luis Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Luis Gonzalez for the Diamondbacks right after the following year. Is that he was getting, I think he was going on a 1-year basis contract, and every year it was like a 20-something mil. Yeah. At least close to that range, 20-something mil.
At the time, that's a lot of money too.
Oh yeah, and at that point, maybe it was worth it for him.
Hey, we gotta get out of here because football just started.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Sure.
Yo, I gotta go for my number 2 victory. I'm already 1-0, and I need to get the number 2.
Here we go.
I had a great start.
Here we go. He thinks he's like
Next
the
week,
best.
y'all will get it.
Yeah,
we're gonna get it.
All
2.
I know, that have that same energy at the end of the season.
Okay.
Have that same energy at the end of the season. Who I'm going against? Am I going to lose this game? I feel like I'm going to lose.
You have a good team, to be honest.
I have a good team, but sometimes I feel like I'm going to lose some of these games.
It's like you can score 150 points and you still feel like you're going to lose, right?
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
I always feel like I'm going to have that problem. But I'm out of here. We out of here. You out of here.
See ya. See you next week.
All right.
Later.